Alright, Alright, welcome back to Uneven Buddies, where, according to Steven, everyone hates him because he gets bored of everything. According to Steven, at least.
That's how I feel about myself.
Yeah. So.
Like, there's only, like, one character I can think of that I enjoy, even when it's very obvious that they're bored, but that's because it's acting.
Yes.
And that's April Ludgate from Parks and Rec. Outside of that, bored characters are kind of the worst.
Yeah. Anyways, I suggested the idea of playing Manhunt, but Steven pointed out that he was about to order food, and it wouldn't really fit if you playing something like that while you're eating. So, this is in the meantime. I keep forgetting to mute this damn microphone. Okay. So yeah, this is a 3D collectathon like every game in the 90s that was made for kids.
Or Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, which I'm playing on my own free time.
I want to get that game, but the $70 price tag is like...
I have it.
Alright.
I have it physically, is what I'm saying.
Did you pay the full 70?
I think. Considering how it was wrapped, I'm pretty sure I did.
Yeah. So yeah,
I'd bring it over if I didn't feel like not doing that, since I already am playing that game on myself.
Yeah. Alright. So we're just here. We're probably not gonna commentate much on the game itself, and instead, what am I doing? Talk about whatever other stuff there is.
Because that's basically this channel.
That's basically this channel. We did it for Pac-Man, we did it for Angry Birds. I forget every other game we played.
Well, let's be 100% honest here. This might as well be a podcast where we have gameplay over it.
Yes.
Because that's all we do, really.
It's an excuse for us to get out. Well, I'm still in my house. What am I saying?
It's an excuse for us to socialize.
Yes. I do remember seeing a comment on a YouTube video saying like 2013, because this game was apparently existed for that long. It didn't come out until 17. It said, how come Hat in Time is not coming to Wii U, but Angry Birds Trilogy is? And I'm like, porting costs money. What else has happened recently that we did not mention while playing Utopia?
I guess I'll bring up the DCAU thing that I was bringing up earlier.
Oh yeah, you can do that.
Recently, I went ahead and watched a mostly full retrospective on the DCAU.
By Quentin Reviews?
No.
Oh.
Quentin Reviews hasn't done that.
Oh.
He's still doing the iCarly stuff.
Oh.
By that I mean he's covered the entirety of iCarly, the original show.
Yeah.
And has decided before touching the reboot that he wants to get to Sam and Cat. But before he can do that he's watching Victorious.
Yeah, that show was something, alright. Sam and Cat was dumb, if I say so. I was never really into iCarly when I was young.
I preferred Victorious, I'm gonna be honest.
I was never into that either.
To be fair, though, I prefer Drake and Josh over both.
Speaking of Drake and Josh...
And Extra Classified, too.
Speaking of Drake and Josh... You see what happened with Drake?
Oh, yeah.
That's fun. Yeah.
As Quentin stated, this is the last time I'll be able to talk about Drake and Josh, because,
I know there's like a Twitter account called Poorly Aged Things, and as soon as that happened...
Drake and Josh was uploaded on there?
Well, there was like an image of Drake and Josh sitting in a classroom full of kids from the live-action Fairly Odd Parents movie.
Well, you're talking about Drake Bell's performances to each other?
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, that stuff happened.
Who do you blame?
I don't know. Celebrity status.
Yeah.
That's what being a celeb does to you.
There's people trying to explain it off, and some people aren't.
Yeah.
Because they realize that it's fucked up.
Yeah.
The only thing I really blame here is the fact that he spent a good chunk of his his teenage years and young adulthood hanging around Dan Schneider. So what the fuck were we expecting?
What were you expecting from someone who works with Nickelodeon?
Yeah.
That's the real question.
Yeah. Like, Nick is literally a fucking, melting pot of pedos.
Sad but true. Because their target demographic is children.
Mostly because that's their target demographic, if you know what I mean.
Oh my god. Shut the fuck up. Why did I hire you?
You didn't hire me at all.
Oh yeah, you just showed up one day.
No, you just kind of invited me over.
No, you invited yourself. And then Kevin asked me for permission, and I was like, okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My memory is shit, man. How the fuck would I know?
I don't know.
We met each other at autism class.
Yes. Yes, that's how we met.
Not stalk one another.
Oh my god, this person's British. Shut the fuck up.
I don't think she's British.
No, Scottish. Okay.
Yeah.
What?
Call a Scottish person a Brit and you're about to get fucking punched by Scots.
Whoops. Well, I'm sorry to any Scotlands I offended, Scottish people I offended, but one of those...
Oh, speaking of Scottish and pedophiles, the Loud House movie!
One of the people we busted was a pedophile. That was a pedophile was Scottish, coincidentally enough. But yeah, the Loud House movie exists.
The fact that they went with fucking the Garfield movie 2's plot of secretly of royalty shit.
Oh my god, I remember the second Garfield movie. Ow.
Like specifically, not the fact that he looks like royalty; they are actually meant to be like dupes.
Royalty.
But like specifically, the idea that like a housekeeper wants them gone.
Hey. That movie was originally intended for a theatrical release in 2020, but it was pulled off a year in advance and then announced it was coming to Netflix instead.
I like how some people try to explain off why it's so shit because of the fact that like the virus made it so that it had to be pulled off onto Netflix.
Yeah.
But the fact that it was announced in 2019 that it'd be coming to Netflix shows the plain obviousness of it all. Yeah. Nickelodeon had no faith in it. They knew better.
Yeah. Yeah. The same also happened for a crossover Nicktoons movie, but that unlike Loud House, that has not been redated for anything. And also a new Rugrats movie. But yeah. Yeah, imagine if that was released in theaters.
I have no idea what that states. Pretty sure that's French.
French?
Translate. Okay, yeah. They're apparently Uber Eats has translate. Thank God.
Yeah. Fuck. So yeah, I did not watch the actual Loud House movie. I watched part of a video review by a YouTuber called Just Stop.
Oh, I love Just Stop's work.
Yeah. Who collaborated with Ellis Mark for that video.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I learned that
I watched two videos. That video that he's talking about and the video from Cartoon She. Because the second that I heard that Alice Mark uploaded the video, I was like, okay, he's obviously going to go into what the issues with this movie are. But I want to see someone take the piss on this movie. So let's look at Cartoon She's uploaded is.
Yeah. Fucking, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, I learned that the promotional poster they used for that movie was
terrible.
Was the artwork, the render for Lincoln they used was literally ripped from a certain frame in the movie where he has a parachute and he's sitting on a throne because he wears a parachute throughout the entire movie. That's how they work, right?
You fucking crybaby. Like
yeah.
The fact that Elsmark went in depth, Elsmark and just went in depth into like the poster and why it's so bad. It's like, and then at the very end of the film, like the video, is like they changed the poster, shows an even more generic poster. Like their only reaction to it was, "Fuck this movie."
Yeah. What do you expect from a movie based on some movies based on cartoons are pretty good.
Oh, speaking of like Live House,
they're making a live action special.
Why though? Do they just want more kids to be pedoed on by Nick Staff?
Yeah.
You know, I got nothing. I also like to point out that the outside of Lincoln, the other major character that got put into Nick's Smash was the character with the most amount of porn of her.
Oh. Apparently...
That's not a joke.
I hate it.
Loud House fans are fucking awful.
Apparently the developers actually had Nickelodeon was initially hesitant on adding Lucy to the game, and the developers had to fight for it.
Nickelodeon was smart for once, and then the developers showed that... I know she's the most popular of the sisters,
yeah.
But let's be honest here, a good chunk of that popularity is also thanks to what I just mentioned here.
Yeah. They also had to fight for Nigel Thornberry, Powdered Toast Man from Ren's Dimpy, and Oblina. I don't know how to pronounce it.
From what?
Real Monsters.
Well, at the very least, you can tell that they're people who actually care about Nicktoons, other than just SpongeBob, which is saying more than Nickelodeon themselves.
Yeah, Loud House is the only Nicktoon in the past 6 years that has lasted past 2 seasons.
It's not even that good.
I know. It just makes money. Even after they fired the creator.
Well, it still makes money exclusively because they fired the creator.
Hey.
Well, let's be honest here. A lot of people would not be happy watching it if Chris Savino's ass was still there.
Yeah. True. What else is going on with Nickelodeon? They exist.
Having hiccups.
Hey. Did you ever order food, or?
It's heading this way.
Alright. But yeah, the fact that Nickelodeon was hesitant on adding Lucy to there
shows that they're more self-aware than I'm giving them credit.
Yeah. Most of the time.
They're smart enough to realize that it's probably not a good idea to throw in the pedo bait character.
But they insisted. For some reason.
Although the worst part is, it's very obviously pedophilic because, like, they could have chosen any of the sisters to perv on, but apparently they decided to perv on the 8-year-old rather than like the 18 or 16-year-old one.
Yeah.
You know, the ones who are a lot like still morally reprehensible, but a lot less creepy than the 8-year-old.
And apparently, someone working on the team over there was actually a groomer. And they
for fuck's sake!
They busted him out. They busted that. Okay. Yeah, they had to bust it and lock the entire Discord server that's publicly accessible because there was a groomer in there.
It's Nickelodeon. Are any of us shocked that there was a groomer?
Yeah. It was made by the Swedish developers.
Yeah, but just about anything related to Nickelodeon has to have some sort of pedophile.
True.
Be it John K's crazy ass or, well, any of the other, like, pedos.
Yeah. What?
Well, let's be honest here. It's a miracle that that no one on iCarly has been, like, shown to be in any way, shape, or form like that outside of, like, the usual suspects.
Yeah.
Like, any other world, like, shortly after the Drake Bell incident, someone in iCarly would have been caught for doing some crazy shit. Like, I don't know, probably Spencer's actor.
Yeah.
It doesn't help that his character has already got into a bunch of trouble just for the fact that he has like no friends outside of teenagers.
Nickelodeon is a trip. There's a reason why the new reboot's only on Paramount Plus.
Well, that's because they want to actually be able to like.
Yeah. Do adult stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Most of it hasn't really amounted to anything.
Yeah.
Has it?
Yeah.
Like I've heard from the Jordan Fringe like channel, but for the most part, the actual adult stuff that they've done is basically just
Profanity and sexual references.
I think the most adult topic they've had is Freddy's divorce.
A bunch of losers.
What?
Yeah, Freddy had been divorced like twice in that show, apparently.
Huh.
No, you shy? That's cool. You're a less talk, more fighting kind of girl, I take it.
Also,
They've been raining. You with me, buddy?
in general, I don't know. I've heard good things about it, but at the same time, I'm not gonna get Paramount Plus to care.
Yeah.
Like, why?
I already leached off my grandmother's Paramount Plus. So.
Like at the end of the day, it's iCarly, and out of the Dan Schneider shows, out of like the three most popular, it was easily the one that I cared about the least.
Yeah.
I preferred Victorious just about every time, and I loved Drake and Josh before it got ruined for everyone.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
That's fun time.
Let's go over the.
That was fun.
Assault me.
I was more of a Cartoon Network kid growing up, though.
Yeah, same. I prefer Cartoon Network most of the time.
Yeah.
And whenever I did watch Nickelodeon, it was usually because I was watching the cartoons. So that means I spent most of my time watching Nickelodeon on the Nicktoons channel.
Yeah. This is why this game has a teen rating. Yeah. Anyways, Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon.
We should probably talk about what's going on with them.
What is going on with them?
I know Disney is ending a few of their shows.
Yeah.
I think Amphibious ended recently, which I need to get around to watching.
Huh.
Heard good things about that show.
You need more young.
The only Disney Channel show I really paid attention to was Phineas and Ferb.
Now you're a killing machine.
And, nothing else.
I paid attention to a lot of them.
Well, I watched Jessie on Netflix when that was on Netflix.
But, like, not many of the live-action stuff. The ones that I did watch, though, were, the Sweet Life series and Wizards of Waverly Place.
Wizards I never really got into.
I watched it because it was usually on, and there was nothing better.
Yeah, I see.
Granted, I enjoyed it more than a lot of the other live-action shows on Disney.
What do you expect from a live-action show on Disney?
But, to be fair, my favorite of them all was still the Sweet Life series.
Huh.
I actually really do enjoy the Sweet Life series. That one I enjoy unironically.
Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Yeah.
Well, I remember hearing like a story. I don't know this story, how true this story is, but there was like a Disney child actor or something that went out of the public eye for like a while until she won an award in the adult film industry.
What show?
I don't know, but it's. I heard it somewhere. I forget which. I know.
In what industry?
Adult, like pornographic.
Honestly, I'm not shocked.
Huh.
Like, even though Nickelodeon's definitely the worst offender, Disney wasn't exactly safe from the pedos either. As shown by how many of them really struggled after they became adults.
Yeah.
You can clearly show the trauma. Like, for example, there's this talking mirror that London had in Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Yeah.
and the voice for it was a convicted child predator.
Whoa.
Who was one of Dan Schneider's buddies from what I've heard, because
that makes it even worse.
Because they went to the same camps.
Is there food here?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't see him get this food.
I'll show you the video.
Alright. Might as well get my own lunch if I don't think Steven ordered anything for me, so I'll do my own lunch. Damn it. Bum, 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 bum. Alright, I'll just get my food. Huh, this game has multiplayer now? I didn't know that. Anyway. Hey.
I really do suggest leave it on for his videos.
I know that person.
I love his videos. But, he's usually where I find out about this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Well, that and several other of the YouTubers that I watch, but...
Also, something I just learned, this game has multiplayer. But I'm not going to fire it up because I don't want to stand up and hit the controller.
Thank you. Let me see if I can find it.
Also, you're eating, so... Alright.
Well, I'm going to find the video that I was talking about. Because it's a lot easier to play a video from a YouTuber than it is to play that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody talks about.
What the fuck? Mafia stuff.
Holy shoot.
Penetration by foreign object, and oral copulation by anesthesia or controlled substance, just to name a few. The victim has remained anonymous to protect his or her career, but according to reports, the child actor was involved in the Amanda Show. After serving a sentence, Peck was released from prison and went straight back to working on kids shows, such as The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. This is because although he is prohibited from direct contact with children, that technically doesn't mean he's not allowed to work on shows that involve children.
I wonder where I'd wear this.
Wear it to a fruit stand. You look like a lime.
Damn.
So,
That was his voice.
but what does this have to do with Dan Schneider? Well, in a 2002 article titled Room to Be All That, it is revealed that Dan Schneider and Brian Peck would host comedy boot camps for Nickelodeon child stars, where they were allegedly separated from their parents. Really think about that for a bit. The guy that held boot camps for children was convicted and sentenced 2 years later for committing sexual acts with children, and then went straight back to working on children's shows. When asked if he had anything to say to the child he abused, Peck responded with, "I don't have any comment on it. I really don't." And this is the guy that Dan Schneider worked with for years.
That's something.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
You can see why I say Disney wasn't the epicenter, but it certainly didn't help.
yeah.
This is, again, why I prefer the cartoons.
Yeah.
A lot less people are being convicted for being sexual demons from that stuff.
Yeah.
Granted, most of the time it's because voice actors don't get recognition, so they can't get away with stuff like that. Sad, but fair.
Yeah.
I'll keep the ability of caring about my childhood heroes rather than having them be potential pedophiles over them getting mainstream recognition any day. I'm gonna be honest here.
Damn. Well.
How does that make you feel?
I don't know how to feel.
But the fact you can be convicted and charged as a fucking pedo and still find work in children's entertainment. Probably why John Kay hasn't been locked up anytime. No one gives a fuck, apparently.
Yep.
You took your time. Get these rules.
Alright. Drop something.
Give a bag.
What else? Go away, please. Yeah. So, yeah. What else is discussion worthy?
You small child. Do let they.
Great.
Whatever problem, you look like the other. You look like.
Hi there, young snooze.
I'm just gonna look at what gaming news has been announced recently.
Smart.
Far Cry 6 is out.
I saw out of that.
Yeah. I've never played a Far Cry game, so I'm not really that interested.
Yeah. I still think it's funny that one of the Far Cry games you could just fucking wait at the beginning of the game, and the game will end.
Really?
Yeah, because it just cuts the vast majority of it out because the main bad guy will tell you about the major reason you were here.
Yeah. Marvel's Avengers breaks promise to only sell cosmetics as XP boosters are added to the marketplace.
How the fuck did you not see that coming? They've broken its own promises already. Who cares about that game anyways?
Good question. The real question is who still plays that game?
I'm gonna be honest here, at this point, the only people I trust to make Marvel games is Insomniac.
Yeah. Spider-Man 2 got announced.
Yeah. And Logan.
Wolverine. What else have they shown? Guardians of the Galaxy is coming out this month.
Oh yes, the game that everyone who's looked upon and says, can we hurry it up? We don't want to see this in this direct.
Yeah.
Or, presentation.
Yes, Guardians. I am worried about that game. Because it's coming from Square Enix, and I don't know if I can trust them to do Marvel.
Anything that isn't Final Fantasy at this point.
Yeah.
And maybe Dragon Quest.
I've actually been playing through Final Fantasy VII Remake recently. It is pretty good. Keep in mind, I only played like 2 hours of the original, maybe 4. So yeah.
Speaking of Square, remember when I forget who was the mandated this? Or if it was like a decision from Nomura himself. Where like they decided that Kingdom Hearts was strong enough on its own that didn't need the Final Fantasy characters.
Yeah.
Only for the backlash to be so strong that they added them in immediately in the DLC.
Yeah. Really says a lot. Game companies don't know what they're doing. Most of the time. All of the time.
Because, oh yeah.
Open this thing up and I'll keep guard.
What was the series like founded on?
Disney and Final Fantasy characters.
Yeah, this is like the major reason most of us were there originally were explicitly for the crossover aspect of it all.
Yeah.
After a while, we found the love for the original stuff, but we still want to see the stuff that started the series there.
Yeah.
Like the amount of people who complained that there wasn't a Sephiroth fight at the end of 3 is amazing.
Wow.
Probably why a ton of people were happy that he's in Smash.
Yeah. And now Sora's in Smash. So you can actually have a fight between them.
Yeah, I was talking about Sora.
Ah. Yeah. I thought Sephiroth was as crazy as they were going to get for the past, but nope. Everyone was really expecting it to be like a disappointment ending, like another Pokemon or Fire Emblem.
Or they were like throwing the long shots of Sora or Master Chief.
Yeah. Master Chief.
Turns out Sora was a lot less of a long shot than expected, but
Yeah.
that's because they had a whole 6 years of trying to go through legal bullshit to get him.
I don't know how they managed it against Disney, but they did.
I remember seeing a video that explains how they did it.
Yeah.
Like it was a comedic video.
Oh, was it like? Did it have text-to-speech voices with?
Yes.
Yes, I've seen that.
It was like no, yes, no, yes, no, yes.
I'll buy Nintendo.
Backs off and like originally, and then it was like comes back with the whole darkness stuff.
Yeah, I watched that video. It was funny. They also did one for how Fighters Pass 2 was not Fighters Pass 2. Fire Pass 1 was made. And they just showed them trying to negotiate for Banjo. Microsoft kept saying no because it wasn't Master Chief. Though from what I heard, Microsoft was actually pretty chill with Banjo and Smash.
Makes sense. Think about it.
Yeah.
They haven't managed to get a single success of Rare,
Yeah.
so might as well allow like Nintendo to work with it, because in general, Nintendo and Microsoft are working a lot.
Yeah. And Banjo-Kazooie's coming to Switch Online now. I did not mean to push that. Damn it. Yeah, and even if Microsoft was, if Microsoft really was that stubborn about that, we wouldn't have gotten Steve.
Yeah.
Because he's also Microsoft.
They basically said, well, we're not about to make a Smash clone like Sony, so
Yeah.
might as well give it to Smash because it'll give us free publicity.
True. Oh boy, a meat locker. These are fish. Fish are meat, though. Most of them. Okay. Yeah. I mean, maybe it gets people to buy Xboxes in Japan.
At the very least, they're games.
Yeah. I have seen this common mentality upon a lot of people that all of the Smash DLC characters are intended to be cross-promotional for some sort of Switch game. And I'm like, how the fuck do you tie in Joker? A character from a game that's not even on the Switch. Strikers.
Yeah.
One could say Strikers, but that game wasn't announced when Joker was released and revealed. One could say Persona Q2 on the 3DS, but none of the content included was from that game.
I mean, it still counts.
Yeah.
But you can definitely see correlation of game, like a game related to that series is probably coming to the Switch soon.
Yeah. Either then Persona came to Switch, or
Strikers.
yeah, and Shin Megami Tensei 5 is Switch exclusive if you count that.
Yeah.
Dragon Quest could count as count promotion because they really pushed 11S, the new one.
Didn't they announce it like alongside?
11S was announced a lot before, but they, as part of the Smash promotion, they really pushed people to buy 11S. Dragon Quest composer died recently.
Yeah, I heard. Continue on with the DLC list.
Yeah. Banjo and Kazooie did not have a game on the Switch
until
now. So. And
and Byleth.
And Byleth. I don't know what to say about Byleth. We skipped Terry.
Oh.
Terry, SNK. They're like.
A ton of SNK games are on the Switch Online.
Yeah.
Not like online, but you know the store.
Yeah. Yeah. Like.
Also.
And then this DLC number 6, starting Fire Pass 2, was Min Min from ARMS. Why would they need to promote ARMS when that's a 3-year-old game that nobody plays anymore? So, yeah, people were like, oh, it's gonna be a promotion for some sort of ARMS 2 that they'll announce soon. ARMS 2 did not happen.
I was actually gonna say, there was that SNK Girls Fighter also that happened around that time.
Yeah. What else has happened? Ow.
Continue down the list.
Oh, yeah. DLC number 7 was Steve from Minecraft.
Which, to be fair,
is literally the highest selling game of all time.
Well, also I was gonna say, it's on Switch.
Yeah. And Wii U.
Yeah.
And 3DS.
And had a Ben 10 crossover for some reason.
Yeah. Yeah, why would you need to promote Minecraft when it already promotes itself? DLC 8 was Sephiroth from Final Fantasy.
I guess you could say it was promoting the
remake,
but it's not on Switch.
Yeah.
Also,
it did fix the Final Fantasy's notorious lack of representation.
I guess you could say that works.
Yeah.
Pyra and Mithra.
Pyra and Mithra, nothing Xenoblade related was happening at the time.
Although I think there was a DLC that was coming out soon.
There wasn't. Kazuya Mishima from Tekken was number 10.
I'm pretty sure that was just Sakurai wanting him.
Yeah. There is no Tekken game on the Switch.
Or any news of one.
Yeah. The only thing Tekken that's from Nintendo is on the Game Boy Advance and Tekken Tag Tournament 2 on the Wii U. And as we all know, the last one is Sora from Kingdom Hearts, which they did tie into the announcement of Kingdom Hearts coming to Switch as cloud versions. But they literally said Sora was the actual winner of the Smash ballot, not Bayonetta, because Bayonetta was the winner among characters they could actually make happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. how much money went to Disney, but probably a lot to just to get Mickey
So what do
Mouse.
these things do anyway? Are they some
So yeah, in conclusion, none
To be fair, everyone expected Kingdom Hearts to be announced
for Switch,
on the Direct
but
because of Mickey's appearance. But it was a fake out for that Disney thing.
yeah.
Whoa! What? Did you know about
I lost my train of thought. I'm pretty sure no one expected that they're going to be cloud versions. And I know I said Dragon Quest Hero was like the only one that sort of counts as cross motion, but it's one of the most influential games of all time. It was going to make it regardless.
Well, most game fans know that, but not a lot of them do.
Huh.
If you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
RPG fans know that it's really influential.
Yeah.
Other people were bitching about it the entire time.
It's an anime sword fighter. Get the fuck up.
Well, it doesn't help that he literally looks like Trunks.
Same artist.
You're not gonna use
Yeah, that's true. To the people who don't know, just like Chrono Trigger, the person who does the art for the Dragon Quest series is Akira Toriyama.
Yeah, the creator of Dragon Ball. If you're somehow out of the loop, kaboom. Yeah. I know people are always being stubborn about who can and can't get into Smash Brothers. I'm glad all those debates are going to be over with now that the DLC is wrapped up.
I think the funny part is that the original requirements were explicitly thanks to the Smash ballot because
Yeah.
that's the requirements needed for that.
Yeah.